All right, Taurus, here we go. This is soulmate energies for the sign of Taurus, my second sign in my zodiac fly through for May 2023. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. I've singled out May here for the universe in a way it can understand, but as always, these readings are timeless. So whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. I got a pre-shuffle. I shuffle before I hit the record button. I say, give me the soulmate cycle from the angle of Taurus, right? Not just a semi-okay Ford car. It's actually probably a pretty fast Taurus right now. It's a souped-up Taurus, if you will. It's the Four of Swords, right? Somebody's been doing nothing. Crossed by Temperance with a Ten of Cups and a Chariot, okay? That's the main pre-shuffle. And the Chariot bookends the Four Swords. You ever hear the phrase, I know we got people from different countries here, it's kind of, it may be an American phrase, but it's get a grip, right? Get a grip. It means get a hold of yourself, right? Somebody's getting a grip here. Somebody's getting a hold of themselves. Something about the energy here is making somebody really, really sick and tired of doing nothing. Really, really sick and tired of lying to themselves, because there's a lot of truth coming to this person from my mechanic angel here on the Temperance card, Archangel Michael energy. All right, and somebody here again wants to figures, how do I phrase this? Because for a lot of you Taurus people, you were with this person, but some of you, they just ran. Either way, it's someone who wants to get back to what they could have had or had. In other words, what they have right now, they've been bullshitting themselves, is fake happiness. They want the real happiness. I do see communication. I do see the soulmate cycle in general represented by the Chariot card for me having an effect on this person, having an effect on their heart chakra, which brings them to their senses. This is sort of my get a grip card here with Temperance. We'll see, okay? We'll see. I still pick up a lot of ego energy here, and I still pick up, and I still say this about the Taurus angle, somebody's got some past issues they haven't dealt with, all right? I think for a lot of you, if they were with you and they left, they did something stupid. You know, it's one of those midlife crisis type things. I get that a lot in this soulmate cycle. It actually far more than just with Taurus. Let's see where we go here. All right, this first card out's before the cut. That's why the fuck are we here? Let's find out what's going on with this energy. Obviously, I do see the Chariot. I do see someone getting a grip. I definitely feel that, and getting off their ass and doing something about maybe making some happiness real. Yeah, they want second chance judgment. Yeah, I'm right. No, I'm right. I'm not reading the energy wrong today. I'm batting 1,000. Judgment. Yeah, it's just it's second chance energy. It's resurrection energy. Okay. Yep. Okay. But what comes after the cut? This could kill that in a second, and I won't lie to you, it could, because I just by accident saw the King of Wands here. There's that ego. Remember I said ego's here? The universe just made me prove it to you. The King of Wands right there. I felt that already. And there he is. It's the Emperor. This is telling me they're an out of balance Emperor. I saw the King of Wands, then I see the Emperor. The Emperor is all four kings. But when he's out of balance, especially with the King of Wands, as is common in this soulmate cycle, we call it what? The Burger King. Right. Why? Because their slogan, gotta have it your way. Well, they gotta have it their way. All right, so it is somebody coming towards you. That's true. They want a second chance, but they want it on their terms. And I think it's ego. Yes, I picked up on that, but I think it's also because of a past issue they haven't dealt with. I think they're like that because of a past issue they haven't dealt with. And you may or may not know about that. So don't get on me and go, they don't have any past issues. I have yet in my life to meet a person who does not have past issues. Was your person, even if your person was locked in an attic as a child and lived alone, didn't see the sunlight, was ghost white when someone found them at age 25, right? They still got some past shit to deal with, like that, for example. So at the end of the day, there's something here that causes this ego. They weren't born with it. All right, let's go. Let's shuffle the deck. Give me a reading here. Give me the soulmate cycle from the angle of Taurus universe. Let's go. Give me a reading. Let's do it. Overall energy of everything that's going to fall on the table. Yeah, this person wants a second chance. It's an Ace of Wands, but Ace of Wands can burn out. It's up to you. This is my energy. I often get this, and I'm getting it now, where it's up to you what happens here. I don't care if the Burger King is coming towards you, having to have it their way with some ego and shit like that. I don't care. You're still the one in control. It's like me. I could walk up with, for example, I could walk up and light a match in front of you, right? It's up to you whether you leave that match burning or you just go and blow it out. It's up to you. Right? Let's see. Here's the energy around your connection. Here's how your person's behaving in the 3D. Here's their soul. Here's the hidden energy, message from the universe. I'll tell you what she says. It's red with the energy of your connection. And right here's the potential final outcome. I say potential because I cannot predict free will. I will clarify everything and throw some universe cards at the end to see if there's anything else the fickle old gal universe wants to tell you. Here's the energy around your connection. What is it? What is it? What is it? I don't know. It's 3 pentacles. Yeah, they've all been, well, you're only my second reading, but I found it interesting that Aries, the beginning of my zodiac fly-through, had the same energy of the connection as the overview reading, the 4 of Pentacles. You got the 3 of Pentacles. Again, they want a second chance. The energy here is ripe to start over, to build on a more solid foundation. Can we try again energy? It's there. The door is open. All right, but there's children on this card here. All right, 2 grown-ups. I tell you all the time. I used to tell you this all the time, and I'm going to tell you again. Okay, those Taurus titties don't come out unless there's a grown-up conversation here. All right, keep your damn shirts on. All right, how are they behaving in the 3D? Yeah, see, not a grown-up. It's the Queen of Wands. It's Fakey McFakerman. Someone's attracted to this connection because they want, it's like the way a child is attracted to things. The child wants a toy because they want it. You know, I want that. And they fixate on that toy. Gotta have it, gotta have it. So you buy them the toy. And what happens? They play with it for a day or 2 and then it sits in the corner collecting dust or goes in a box and they never touch it again. I was like that as a kid. I was, you know, I wasn't a typical kid, but I was still a kid. I had to have the sound machine. It cost about $10 back in the 80s or whatever it was. It was the sound machine, and it had all kinds of things. It made noises, and it made ray gun noises, and it made all kinds of noises. I had to have it. Had to have it. My mother finally got it for me. I played with it for a day and a half, and I never touched it again because I was a smart kid, and it was boring, right? Well, somebody here is fixated on this. They're attracted to this connection. They're attracted to it, but it said there's children on this card. It's the way a child is attracted to a toy. It's the same thing. A lot of fakey McFakerman here, a lot of emotional immaturity. It's someone who wants to have it their way. What's their way? Again, we talked about the Burger King and the cut. Their way is to come in and pretend like nothing happened. It's still here. That energy is here. They just want to come in. Let's say you were married. Let's just, for example, I'm not saying you were, so chill down. Let's just say you were married. All right, and you're still at the house and they left. And their chair is there, everything is there. They want to just come back and sit down like the King of Wands, right? They just want to come back, sit down, and click on the TV and have you bring them a beer and pretend nothing ever happened, right? That's this kind of energy, and that's not conducive to anything happening. They don't get it their way. There has to be an adult meeting of the minds here. All right, but there is a conversation coming. It's definitely in the energy anyway. I can't predict what a 3D person will do, but here's the soul. I hope I see a grown-up here. I hope I fucking do. It bookends these 2 kids over here. I don't see a grown-up. That's not a grown-up. That's not a grown-up. That's a grown man who fancies himself an artist, who goes around couch surfing, right, borrowing money from people, borrowing cars, banging lots of girls because he's got the abs, right? It's this dude, right? This dude, the one you bang but you don't end up with. It's that one right there. The devil in the soul. I mean, I said I wish I saw a grown up there. All right, and again, I don't say anything or joke about anything that's not in the energy. I said this dude. It's this dude who fancies himself an artist. I gave it as an example. My mother has a saying, and I've said it to you before. See, I think she got it from a smarter uncle or grandfather or somebody like that. It's people who fancy themselves things are rarely those things. So this person here, All this Burger King, all this ego, it's fake. It's all false. And it's because of a past demon that they haven't dealt with, and it sits there rent-free in their fucking soul. Okay? Motherfucker. All right. Oh, this is going to be a fun one to clarify. I won't lie to you. Message from the universe. Let's talk to the fickle old gal. It's red with these two kids. Tower. Yeah, again. Both of these cards, both of these energies are reflecting rebuilding on a solid foundation. All right, but the universe is like, yeah, the energy is right for this to be just completely redone. Somebody wants, I had judgment before the cut. Somebody wants a second chance. It was resurrection energy. But you don't want kids building your shit. You don't want kids building a house. If I hire a contractor to come out and build me something and these two kids show up, I'm going to be like, what the hell? I didn't call Sesame Street construction. What the hell's going on here? So again, the energy is there for it. I think what happens here is this person's demons are falling on their head a little bit. We'll find out more when we clarify. Okay? Potential final outcome. It's red with, well, everything I've talked about, to be honest. It's red with everything on the table. How about that? Holding back. Four of Pentacles. Fear. Four of Pentacles. I mean, it's true. And I talked about the Four of Pentacles already. I said Aries, the sign just before you, close, your neighbor, got it in the energy of the connection, which was the same as the overview reading for the month. This card is red with this card in my reading, but it makes sense. It has to make sense with the energy of the connection. And it does here. It's someone who's holding back. It's because of this. It all boils down to this. This person here, that person I described in my fancies themselves an artist, couch surfing, all that kind of stuff. I've known that guy a million times. A million times. I met in my 20s, I met that person over and over again. All right? And I will tell you, you know, most of the time it's not real. They're pretending. They're putting on an act. Right? Yeah, because about 2/3 of them, I see them 20, 30 years later. Right? And they're executives somewhere. Right? I know one of them in particular who used to look just like this dude is now the EVP of a big internet company. Right? Well, fairly big anyway. So again, you know, it's not, something here isn't right. Something's not real here. They're holding back out of fear. They're afraid of something, and that fear lives here. So let's talk to the witches. All right? Let's talk to the witches. Let's do this. They do bury themselves in whatever in pentacles. It could be work. You know, they might distract themselves with that with the 8 pentacles randomly at the bottom here. Why is the 3 of Pentacles here? Why? Let's do it. Let's get to the bottom of this. All right? I can't wait to pull on this motherfucker. All right? Because this is complete bullshit. It's bullshit. I'm telling you. All right? Let's see. 3 of Pentacles. Why? Why'd you give me this card? Why is this the energy of the connection? I mean, I know why, but let's just take a look at the energy around it. All right? Let's just have some fun. Yeah, it's Temperance. Yeah. Yeah, the door is open. I think that's the case with every sign I'm going to pull in the fly through of the zodiac here. The door is fucking open. I said in the overview reading, all restrictions are gone. Barriers are missing. Road wide open. Go ahead. There's even a cop standing there going, come on. Come on, let's go. All right? Traffic cop. It just makes sense to come your way. But they're doing it wrong. And it's going to fall on their head. What's on top? 2 of Wands. Yeah. Definitely right there. We could leave the past behind. We could fix things. We could move in a new direction. The door is wide open. The road is wide open. Yep, I get it, universe. I fucking get it. Why is the 2 of Wands here? 10 Swords. This connection is dead if the past isn't dealt with by adults. Okay? I'm just going to paraphrase it. I'm not going to tell any stories. I'm not going to do anything. This connection is dead because of this devil. This bookends over here. This is the most important card on the table. We'll get there. You got to peel back the layers. Why know half the story? Why would you speed read a book? What's your fucking hurry? Read the whole damn thing. All right? What's going on here? Yeah, I get it, universe. I get it. Why is the Queen of Wands here? Now, this energy flows to here. So why is the Queen of Wands is here? Because of this, right? But what's the energy around? What's the environmental energy around the Queen of Wands? How they're behaving in the 3D. Fakey McFakerman energy. A little bit of immaturity. It's mostly emotional immaturity, but they're very attracted to this connection. But unless an adult conversation is had, unless this other wand is let go, you know, we can't take baggage with us. You can't. All right? You gotta start fresh with it. It's like those people that get divorced and then remarry, and they go on their exact honeymoon that they went on the first time. They try to relive the whole thing. It never works. It's never the same. Because even if you go to the exact same place, get the exact same room, you're not the exact same people, and the environmental energy is not exactly the same as it was back then either, the first time around. It's never the same. And so again, this past needs to be dealt with, and a fresh start is needed. It's what the Tower's talking about, right? That's why the universe amped it up. Can't have children come build your foundation. Children hold on to things. Kids have grudges. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. All right. All right, let's see where we go here. Queen of Wands. Why is it here? Environmental energy around the Queen of Wands is I'm okay. I got Caddyshack in my head. Remember that song, Kenny Loggins, I'm all right? Don't nobody worry about me. Right? That kind of thing. Why can't you just let me be? All that kind of stuff. 9 of Cups. Yep, the environmental energy. But that's always around the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands almost always has the 9 of Cups type energy around in the environment. It's just sort of this la 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 la. It's a real Pollyanna fucking bullshit. What's going on top? 7 of Cups. And they're confused. There's confusion. Why is there confusion here? Clear it up. Because there's strong emotions here. She don't have strong emotions. It's like what I told Aries about the King of Wands. King of Wands, the Aries problem is the King of, in their angle is the King of Wands fell in love. The King of Wands don't fall in love. You don't get attached, you know, and it's a problem, right? Well, the same kind of thing here with the 3 of Cups. Somebody here is confused about their emotions, but at the same, you know, because they've spent a lot of time because of this demon, these fears and these lies, that thinking that their environment's okay, but really, what makes them feel okay is this connection. But again, this person shuts it down in favor of other things. They keep themselves, and maybe this can also reflect as an energy of retail therapy kind of a thing, rather than facing the emotions. Okay, it can. I'm not saying it is, but it can. The same frequency of energy plays out many different ways. Okay, now let's get to this. Okay, so yeah, they've got a lot they want to say. They got a lot of feelings here, but I'm not sure they're man or woman enough to say it. Okay. I'm not sure with those children there. And the universe says we've got to let go of that. We've got to put 10 swords in the past and move forward. Otherwise, we don't build on a solid foundation. That's the only way we build on a solid foundation. Somebody's afraid here. This card, the final outcome's red with these. They're afraid to open up. They're afraid to be anything more than Fakey McFakerman, and it's because of this. So, why is the devil here? I've been waiting to get to it. Tell me about the devil. What's going on? These people in real life, like this person pictured on this card, take it from me. They're always phony assholes. They always are. The couch surfing one. It's all just nonsense. It really is. It's all just a bunch of nonsense. It's all a case of someone, in the case of this specific type of energy, it's someone who is trying so desperately to be special and never realizing that everybody's a snowflake and everybody's special anyway. You know, there's billions of different combinations of people. Just looking at astrology, right? Your chart. You could have the exact same chart as someone, right? The exact same thing. Oh my God, you got Venus there too? I got Venus there. You're a Cancer? I'm a Cancer. Well, you're this, you're that. But it's unlikely, highly unlikely, that you have the same placements within that. In other words, placement of the how far in the sign it is with the degrees. For example, you might be you both might be Cancers, but you might be 18 degrees of Cancer, and they're 6 degrees of Cancer. It's different. That right there makes it different. There's so many variables, right? This is an energy type of person right here that tries really hard to be special in some way. Tries to, if just convincing themselves in general, All right, let's see. Some kind of past issue, and I'm trying to dig into it. I'm trying to riff on the energy to dig into it. Maybe they were picked on at school. That sometimes results in this type of character. Sometimes. I don't know. Let's just see. I'm not saying that's your person. I'm just riffing on the energy. Let's go. Let's go. And also trying to explain why you usually just bang this person. You don't end up with them. Not till later. It's the lovers. Yeah, it's fake. It's fake, 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 fake. Whatever this devil energy is in the soul here, okay? This person is capable of great love. The environmental energy of their soul is this. It's a clean glass of water, right? It's a beautiful energy. It's this lovers card here. Lovers we can't get rid of, and we're not going to get rid of it for the month of May, believe me. We're going to be seeing the love geese and this card all over the place. But what's happened is there's some little drop of poison in that glass of clean water. This, you know, they're capable of great love. I feel it here. There's a lot of emotion, a lot of things they'd like to voice, but they shut it down, right? You know, they shut it down because it's not cool or whatever. I mean, you know, I don't know. I don't know. What's on top? The Knight of Wands. Emotional immaturity again. Why? Why is the Knight of Wands here? The Ace of Wands. Some sort of past failures have gotten to this person. So again, it's a bit of that energy, like I said to Aries, the King of, their problem is the King of Wands fell in love. The King of Wands doesn't do that. This person here tries to glaze through things. They try to fast forward through things because, you know, they don't want to get hurt. They protect. It's a defense mechanism, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So whatever's wrong with this person, whatever keeps you two apart, there's a lot of love here. But there's some sort of defense mechanism within this person because of maybe some kind of past failure, something they thought was going to be great that didn't turn out great. I see this, and again, I'm just riffing on the energy. I'm not saying this is your person, so don't shut off your video. But you might as well learn something about psychology and human nature. I see this energy quite a bit. I feel this type of off of people that let setbacks get to them. In other words, they start a business, but it fails. So they get depressed and they start drinking rather than just picking themselves up and starting another business and seeing if that one fails or not. You know, I'm the type of person, I try a bunch of different things. If it fails, fine, I learned something from that. I take what I learned and I move it to the next thing. And so on and so forth. This is the type of energy that doesn't do that. This is the type of energy where, oh, it fails and then they get depressed and start drinking. It's like that old Sesame Street skit where Kermit the Frog is interviewing the songwriter and he's trying to come up with the nursery rhyme, and when he can't come up with it, he hits his head on the piano. Oh, I'll never come up with it. It's like that. Okay? So a defense mechanism for this person is to keep it moving, right? Keep it moving. And this energy here, if your person's a little older, this energy generally is a midlife crisis generator, right? If you're married to somebody like this, right, and they hit some kind of age like 50 or something like that, that's the moment they buy the Corvette and try to bang the 25-year-old at the office. It's like that kind of energy because they gotta keep it moving, can't deal with getting old kind of a thing. So this could be anything. That same frequency of energy, I could give you 1,000 examples of how it plays out. Ultimately, this person is protecting themselves from something that happened in the past. It's a defense mechanism. So, let's talk about the Tower. All right? Which is why they hold back. They're afraid. Afraid you're going to blow out that match. You know? They're afraid you're going to blow it out. Our overall energy is the Ace of Wands. You know? We talked about that. Our overall energy is that Ace of Wands. And there's the Ace of Wands there. And I talked about it. I said I light a match. It's up to you whether you blow it out or not. It's all ego. It does come down to that. But it's emotional immaturity as well. Why is the Tower here? So, your specific person, I don't know. Could be anything. You know. This is also the energy of a gun-shy dog. Okay? So, that frequency of energy plays out that way. You know? It is what it is. Tower. Let's talk to the universe. What's the environmental energy around the Tower? Yeah, 3 swords. Again, afraid of failure here. There's some sort of fear of failure. There's an environmental energy of 3 swords. There's a need to come together, but there's someone who you know, again, there's this defense mechanism that's getting in the way. Why is the 3? What's on top? I mean, Chariot. Yeah, again, the energy is set. This is the soulmate connection. for me. The Chariot reflects it, the whole soulmate cycle here, because it's Cancerian sponsored, right? The North Node was in Cancer when the cycle began. But beyond that, there is an urge to come back. But somebody, again, why is the Chariot here? Why do I, 8 wands. It's a glazing over of things. This is my speedometer. It's red with the 10 of swords. And the universe is clear. Unless we deal with this past issue, which ties directly to this in some way, a hang up within them. You know, this thing is dead. And what's happening is the reason we have 10 swords here is because somebody is this is too fast. This is the way these kids would do things, right? If you hired a construction company and kids showed up to build your back patio, they would rush their way through it and shortcut it, right? When are we going to have snacks? You know, that kind of thing. Shortcut their way through it. You can't shortcut here. This is again their propensity to keep it moving. Keep it moving. Oh, well, I'm going to show up and we're going to have a conversation. Why do we have to talk about anything? Let me just sit down in the chair here and flip on the TV. Do we still have the big movie package, or did you get rid of that? You know, like nothing ever happened. Like they just went on a trip for a week or two. That kind of thing. Again, I'm giving you examples. That's all I can do. You're going to have to apply it to your person. If you were never with this person, obviously there is no chair and cable package for them to ask about. But again, it's this glazing over that's the issue here. So at the end here, we get 4 pentacles. We get somebody who, again, I see them coming towards you. I just see them going so fast that you don't get a chance to get a word in edgewise. All right? And look at this. It fell on the table just like this as I was shuffling. This is the way the deck fell apart. All right, I got 3 cards here. So I don't know what the hell I'm doing with them, but this is your final outcome. This one, this one is reversed. Notice I pulled the cards with the red at the bottom, the red's at the top. So we flip this. It's justice reversed. All right, this and then these 2, which go like this: Queen of Cups and a 3 of Swords. For a good number of you, and crossing, before I open my mouth, crossing the 4 of Pentacles is the very person we've been talking about, the very energy, the King of Wands. The King of Wands is the environmental energy around it. You get the same kind of energy. It's not exactly the same frequency, but the same kind of energy as Aries got. The King of Wands fell in love here. Somebody here who likes to keep it moving fell in love. Okay, and you may have been married to this person. Hey, for all I know, you were married to this person for fucking 20 years. It doesn't matter. All right, the King of Wands fell in love. If that's the case, then they were busy with work, and maybe you didn't spend a lot of time together. That time can kind of go very quickly. There's a lot of couples that when they retire, they realize they don't like each other. You know, that kind of thing. It's only when they retire that they get divorced. There's a ton of couples getting divorced in their 50s and 60s these days, because they just never spent any time together. They both worked all day, and by the time and then they were both retired and realized, shit, I can't live with you. I can't live with you either. We're out of here. The King of Wands fell in love here. Somebody's got to have it their way. They want to reverse something here. They feel like something, even though they may have been the runner, they feel like something bad was done to them, okay, with justice reversed. When in reality, they did it to themselves, like the King of Wands trying to have it their way always does. With the final outcome here, red with 3 cups, is because of the 3 swords, because of the pain, a conversation is happening here. But I don't know how much my Desert Queen's cup is going to get filled. All right? In other words, I don't know how much they're going to say. They're going to talk more if a conversation happens, and it looks like it will. Will? Is that a word? It looks like it will. But again, I can't predict free will. Okay, your person can decide not just to blow you off, which is, you know, indicative of a child, you know. But anyway, let's assume a conversation happens here. If a conversation happens, it's going to be more about how they're hurt than about you and how you feel. You follow? It's kind of like what I've been talking about in the weekly reading and in the overview reading for May. It pisses me off because it's backwards. The King of Wands, is more concerned about the King of Wands. The King of Wands is always in love with the King of Wands. Ego, pride. The conversation that happens here is a lot of holding back, right? Out of fear of really opening up, because for reasons we've talked about around the devil. But it's more about how they, the justice that they want, why they're hurt, why their justice card is reversed, right? I don't think there's a whole lot of, this is you. I don't think there's a whole lot of emotion going in to fill your cup. I think you remain the Desert Queen, which is why in the beginning of this reading, let me put this down, I told you, and here's your Ace of Wands here, that's what they fear, that's why they keep it moving. You decide whether you blow this match out or not, it's up to you, all right? But I will say it again, at the risk of being repetitive, those Taurus titties don't come out unless there's an adult conversation here. You can't rebuild this with children. The energy is clear about that. You do what you want, you make your own decisions. But that's where we're at, again, here in the Taurus angle. And that's your reading. I am going to go back to this deck real quick before I do that. But that is your reading. And I'm just going to see what else the universe wants to tell you. Which, by the way, we didn't really look, but the overall energy was the Ace of Wands. Fueling it was 8 wands. There's 8 wands there. There's the conversation. But it's very glazed over. This is, again, a speedometer. It's very fast. Imagine trying to have a conversation with somebody driving by you in a car at 50 miles an hour. And you're standing on the side of the road. That's the way the energy is here. Okay? Yeah, but... like that. All right. So it's up to you what you do here. But I don't see you getting a whole lot in that cup. I see a lot of them coming in their way, trying to tell you how they're hurt. Well, you ran from me, motherfucker. What the hell? How about me? Yeah. Well, again, children are very selfish. They are. All the way up through age 25. That's why in the U.S. you can't rent a car younger than the age of 25 because your frontal lobe isn't developed yet. You're not a grown-up. You might have your titties. Oh, you might. But you're not at 16, 14, whatever, but you're not a grown-up, an adult, until over the age of 25. And actually, that's moving later and later. Frontal lobes aren't developing now, probably because of the damn internet. I blame the internet for everything. Till about age 27 sometimes in some cases for some people. The fact of the matter is, you know, children are selfish. And this is a very selfish conversation. It's a very selfish energy. This guy right here is selfish. Couch hopping, stealing food from people, all that kind of stuff. I'm not saying your person does that. I'm saying I got a lot of selfish energy here. And they should be more concerned about you getting justice, not them. Even the universe says they got the priorities backwards, right? They got the priorities backwards because it threw that out of the deck upside down. The universe has been very, very adamant with these cards. I've had cards fly. You should see the Aries reading with all the shit that flew out of the deck. It's like poltergeist, for God's sake. Stuff flying around the room. I'm surprised it doesn't fly out of the deck and stick into the wall, you know, kind of a thing. What the hell? Let's pull 3 cards from the universe and a crossing card, see what else it wants to tell you. What else you want to tell Taurus? Huh? These readings for May are going to be very, very interesting. Jeez. I'm telling you, we're just getting warmed up. You're just my second one, and it's already been. What the fuck? Okay, here we go. Here's your message. Yeah, 10 swords ties with this. 10 swords. 9 cups. Ace of swords. Crossing the 9 cups is the 4 of wands. Do you even need me to translate this? This is the base energy. These are the outlying energies or the forward moving energies. Alright, again, it's 4 wands crossing 9 cups. Alright, in the base energy, you want a solid new beginning here. You need to feel emotionally fulfilled. Okay? I'm not even going to deal with these. You need to feel emotionally fulfilled. If that cup, that's you, if that cup doesn't get filled, if you got somebody coming to you, all King of Wands about how me, all selfish like a child about how they got hurt and how they feel and they this and they that. Well, that's, again, that's gone. That tells you something. That's your epiphany. That's your aha moment. Okay? That you're better off on your own. Because you're looking for 4 wands, the road, pathway, freeway to 10 pentacles, the whole deal. You're looking for 4 wands and emotional fulfillment. So unless this cup gets full, okay, pack your bags. Because again, but it does teach you something. It's your aha moment of, okay, I guess I've grown a lot. Because I used to be into this person and now they just pissing me off. Like that. There's your sign. There's your contrast that you've grown. All right? It's your contrast to look at. It allows you to see where you were. Again, there is a chance this person comes in and does open up too. Or you're okay with the way they're being selfish and you can work with it. That's possible too. Y'all different. Y'all dealing with different people in different situations. I'm just reading the energy. That's all. That's your reading. I would certainly, it's very strongly aspected communication. I'll tell you that. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. All right. If it's not for you, it's not for you. It's cool. But honestly, I would double. This is pretty solid energy here. Though it can play out in many different ways, so it's hard for me to pinpoint it for everyone. It's pretty solid read. It backed itself up all the way through, which is usually a good sign. That said, that's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. All right? Good luck.